So you say you're ready to start being more consistent in your life? Awesome. Well, I got some advice that I think you need to hear that'll help you with doing just that. So let's get right to it. So I'm gonna be completely honest. Being consistent is one of the major keys to becoming successful in life, to achieving your dreams, to achieving your goals, to transforming your life as a whole. Consistency is going to be something that's needed in order to make that a reality. But I'm here to tell you, there's levels to this thing. There's levels to being consistent. It's not about just doing something consistently. There's levels to this. What do I mean by that? Well, the first level of being consistent is, are you able to be consistent when nobody believes in you? See, more than likely when you're just starting out with a business venture, or you're just starting out with some radical change in your life, a lot of people are not going to believe in you because they don't see you as that individual yet. People are not going to believe in you because you haven't proven yourself to them yet. So you're going to have to be consistent when people aren't watching. Can you be consistent when you're not being supported? Can you be consistent when it seems like everything in your life is falling apart? Can you be consistent when it seems like nothing in your life is going the way you planned it to be? Will you be consistent? See, it's easy to be consistent when the world is rooting for you. It's easy to be consistent when the sky is always sunny. It's easy to be consistent when everything is lining up the way that you thought it would line up in your mind. But see, real champions, real warriors, real success stories are people that were able to maintain a level of consistency when it was stormy outside. A level of consistency when nobody was there to encourage them. A level of consistency when they didn't know if they was gonna make it or not. That's when consistency is needed most in your life, because it's easy to do the work when there's no obstacles, there's no challenges. But what are you gonna do when there's obstacles? What are you gonna do when there's a barrier? What are you going to do when life throws a monkey wrench at you? Will you remain consistent, or will you fall off the track? See, this is the first level of consistency. This is when you're first starting out. This is when you're beginning the whole process of achieving a goal, or starting a transformation, or getting rid of bad habits in your life, or whatever that looks like. This is the first level of consistency that's gonna have to happen in order to get to where you wanna go in life. So in life, whenever you're building a dream or building a business, going after a goal, maybe it's a financial goal, maybe there's a health goal, or maybe there's a radical transformation that you're trying to do in your life, a lot of times it doesn't happen as fast as we think it should happen, okay? A lot of times we underestimate the process of getting from point A to point Z in our life. See, as time goes on, as the days turns into weeks, as the weeks turn into months, the months may turn into years, and you may not be where you want to be with whatever that goal is, or whatever that dream is, or whatever that thing is you're chasing or trying to build. It may not happen for you in your timeline, and that can cause us to get discouraged. That can cause us to second guess ourselves. It's the process, ladies and gentlemen. It usually takes longer than we think it takes to get to where we want to be in life. This is where the second level of consistency comes into place. Will you be able to remain consistent even when you start to doubt the dream, even when you start to doubt yourself? Trust me, it happens. We're human. When life throws obstacles at us and it doesn't line up, sometimes self-doubt creeps in. But that doesn't mean that you have to become victim to it. We're all human. Even the greatest champions in the world, the greatest success stories in the world, they had moments where they doubted themselves. But the difference between them and the people that quit is they stayed consistent. Even when they got worried, even when they didn't know what was going to happen next, even when they was maybe walking by faith and not by sight because what they saw didn't look promising. They stayed consistent. So you have to stay consistent. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. It will happen for you, but you got to stay consistent. Even when it doesn't look like it's going to happen for you. Even when you start to doubt. Even when you lose faith. Even if you get discouraged. You got to stay consistent. The difference between winners and losers isn't that they didn't maybe doubt. Isn't that they didn't get discouraged. The difference is The winners stayed consistent even when they started to doubt themselves, even when things didn't look promising. They stayed consistent. That's the second level of consistency. Can you stay consistent even when you start to doubt? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're receiving value from today's content, I would love you to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support in advance. Now, the third level of consistency takes place once you arrive. See, this is where a lot of people mess up. Once you get to that mountain, once you get to that success, once you conquer that goal, once you start seeing progress, don't stop being consistent. See, a lot of people want to take their foot off the gas once they get some level of success. Don't be the type of person that once you get some sort of success in your life, you abandon everything that you put in place to make that success a reality for you. You can't stop getting up and planning your day out. You can't stop chasing your goals. You can't stop leveling up your mind. You can't stop putting yourself around people that's going to force you to level up. You can't stop doing the things that you had to do to get to this level of success in your life. That's the third level of consistency. Can you be consistent while you're being blessed, while you're being prosperous, while things are starting to line up for you? Can you continue to perform and be consistent? Can you continue to do your due diligence once the blessing starts to manifest in your life? Listen to me. If you can master all three levels of consistency, your life will change radically. It will change dramatically from what you're experiencing right now in this moment. But remember, there's levels to consistency. Level one, you must be able to remain consistent even when people do not believe in you. Level two, you must be able to remain consistent even when you start to doubt the process, because maybe it's taking longer than you thought. Maybe it's not going the way you want it to go. You have to be able to remain consistent. And number three, once you start to reap some of the rewards of success, once the blessing starts to manifest in your life, you have to continue to be consistent so you don't go backwards. You want to always keep growing. If you can master those three levels of consistency, anything you want in life is possible for you. Anything you can think in your mind is possible for you if you're willing to do the work and be consistent. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you today. If you haven't been consistent in your life, listen to me. Don't beat yourself up. We've all been there. I've been there. But today is a great opportunity to change that behavior, to change that situation in your life. And it starts with making a decision to be consistent in spite of whatever you have to face, in spite of whatever the obstacle looks like. Don't allow your circumstances to dictate how consistent you are. Don't allow your emotions to dictate how consistent you are. Don't allow other people to dictate how consistent you are. You are born to win. You are a champion. You are a winner, not a loser. But in order to live that life, you have to start doing the things that winners do, that champions do. And one of the most important things that winners do is they remain consistent regardless of what they're facing in life. I want to thank you so much for your time. I know your time is valuable. You could be anywhere in the world, but you were here with me today, and I sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If there's any topics you would love me to make a video on, just leave them below in the comment section. I'll go through them and we'll make that happen for you. And remember to always stay consistent. Create the life you want. Now go be great. Peace. Holla at your boy.